No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hold and fire complete. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The give. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Donovan. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it at the 30. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. The give to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Here's the handoff. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First play of this drive was a big one. Now the fourth play, pretty big too. It's 3rd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Breaks it. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. A shot toward the end zone, and it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Got it, looking for a 1st. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And the Gators will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And he fires a bullet to the tight end. He gets a paw on it, but he couldn't get it in. He couldn't bring it in. What happens with tips and overthrows? Defenses usually take advantage. They do here, and they get the big INT.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to change this route. They'll toss it to the left. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. First play of the period will be a second down. Direct snap. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now facing a third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Turning on the Jets. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls it and fires to the left. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Sending the offense back to work. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. But jet sweep pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Looking left. All by himself. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Mississippi State, 17, Florida, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Jones. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Mississippi State going up tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Here's a heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snags it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Snatches it on the right. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Going to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. 3rd down play from the gun. Right down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Unleashes one. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for the goal line, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He is going. Nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got room to work. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Motion from the wide receiver. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the returner will be knocked down. Sending the offense back to work. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
He's got him. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if he'll take a shot. Touchdown Gators! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to the...
Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Wants to fire on second down. The short hands, it's Griffin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They just keep firing. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will kick it away first. That is not the way you want to start with the kickoff going out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the ready.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They booted away on fourth down. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And he just took a knee. I mean, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? And down to a knee? I guess that's one option. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And he takes a knee. If that's an option, it's a bad one. The Gators decide to punt it away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And they'll take a knee. work to do here on 2nd and long. And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Swings it out to his running back. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll try to run for it. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. He's got the back in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 11 to Utah. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Gators headed quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's on target and complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move.
Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown, but the hit forces the incompletion.
Throws toward the end zone. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This defense had a beat on them. They were aggressive. They were getting in the backfield, playing run, and almost got the safety.
Man, he barely got it out of there initially. I thought they tackled him in the end zone. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. Open spaces. He's at the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away to find some room. Finds the big tight end. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Gators want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
As the clock runs out here in the 2nd quarter, this offense happy with